Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 2.5. Did a little work between episodes. I only got one episode up yesterday because my power went out due to weather, and it was out for like 5 hours, and I just went to bed. So, anyway, between then and now I've done some work over there, which I will show you in just a second. But here's a thing I wanted to build today. I saw these furnaces for magical crops, and I was like, hey, let's look this up and see what it does. So I did a little bit of research, and they act like furnaces, but they're really fast, and they run on the Magnesio essence, which I've got like thousands of. So I want to make one of those today also, and we'll do that in a minute. So that's the preview of the episode. Let's go over here and check this out. So this I've already explained. This is the pulverizer into ore dust setup. I added a third magmatic dynamo over here so that there are 3 running, just to make sure everything is nice and powered. Put the sludge boiler back down here because the harvester over there was picking up some stuff, so I went ahead and set this back up way down here out of the way. Eventually I'll probably put an ender chest there connected to something back over there, so I don't have to come over here in the like poison and hunger radius to get stuff out of the box. That should be off right now, but here's all the junk we're getting out of that, all the random dirt and stuff. But that's all ender tanked over here, and then it works it off and puts it in the box. Anyway, so I also had to put extra power because of this extra stuff I put here. So I've got a secondary pipe coming from the ender chest with cobblestone into a hammerer to make gravel, repeat that to make sand, and then those go into the crafter. This is making sandstone. The sandstone is being made and exported through this warp item duct, which is like the resonant, like Enderium version of a item duct with the resonant servo on it. When you apply power to these, they teleport items. I probably mentioned this in a previous episode, and they look really cool. Normally it's kind of like see-through. It's just an empty pipe. But whenever you apply power to it, it starts teleporting items using ender power. So it looks like that. Every time it does that little pulse, it teleports an item. Now the reason I needed to teleport an item instead of just moving it slowly through the pipe, that one section distance, is because it has to get here from there to there really quick into this casting basin. Now let me tell you the other thing going on here. We also have powered a rancher that is getting fluid from 3 resonant ender cows. So those go in here. It fills it up to 3,000, exports out the back into this tank, gets pulled out of the tank. That's mostly just a buffer, so I can come and put any resonant ender that I end up getting otherwise in here to be used. That gets pulled out by this liquid node, and it goes kind of up around in a little bit long of a distance. Normally it would just be straight there, but I have it drawn out on purpose. I want that to get into the basin second. So sandstone first, and then resonant ender second. He'll be fine. And then we get endstone, which is what I'm making here. I've automated endstone production. There's an easier way to do it if you use lava and glowstone. And yeah, I can produce lava all day, no big deal. But then I'd have to produce more glowstone than I have right now. And I'm trying to not use additional resources. I'm trying to produce and use pretty much only cobblestone, and then like the cows are providing the resonant ender. So I'm producing and using one resource. if I wanted to use the glowstone, I would also have to dig into my magical crops backstock or the mob farm backstock, or start sifting some of the sand off to make glowstone there, which I guess I could do. It's got a little bit of a backup in it. It's backed up a little bit for probably a couple of hours while I was at work today. I left it running. We're on day 848. But left it running and it backed up a little bit because a different type of cow spawned in here and kind of backed it up a little bit. It got like witchery brew and what was the other one? Ardite? I think it was Ardite. Molten Ardite. And that cow I'm keeping. The witchery brew and I just killed off because I've already got one of those in my not useful box over there. But the Ardite one I put in a safari net and kept. But they spawned in here and got ranched. They got milked for their fluids, and that was backing up the system a little bit. So I need to find a way to stop extra cows from spawning in here. The one way I can think of is that when I'm AFK, to stay kind of here, because this is a safe area, and cows will not spawn while I'm standing right next to the area here. They will still spawn over there, and I think the mob farm will still work from this distance. Not quite sure. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, it is. Okay, zombies just popped up in there. So from here, that'll still work. So that's one solution. The other solution is to just put more resonant ender cows in here so that all of the mob slots for the spawn area here are occupied, so no more try to spawn. Anyway, so I'm making endstone for two reasons. One, because I kind of wanted some. We can use it to grow ender pearls on. Not that I need extras, but most of that's coming from the mob farm. But I want to crush it down. Let's see, where is it? Pulverizer. Okay, or I can use a hammer. The Ex Nihilo hammer, or one of the hammering machines I've got here. Hammer it down into the crushed endstone, and then that you put through a sieve and you can get these draconium ore pieces, and you use the draconium ore pieces to make draconium ore gravel, on and on and on, to make draconium ingots, which is what I'm trying to farm up a little bit of. This probably won't produce too many, because I've got like a 1 in, let's see, what was it, 4% chance? So 4 in 100 to get one piece. So probably won't produce a whole lot out of that. But I do have some here from loot bags. I've got 15 in there. I think the draconium, what is it, wyvern armor? The helmet itself takes like 32 or so ingots total. So I'm like halfway there. Down here, you know, I went to the deep dark, mined out a whole big area. Let me, well, I'm not using the elevator again. We just fall down here. Let me go in here real quick and show you what I cleared out, just so you know what I've been doing. Oh, dang it. I'm not trying to... I always do that. Okay, just real quick. Go over here where this structure was. Wiped out the entire place. Nothing left but the torches. Oh, Enderman. Oh yeah, you can't shoot them. And I left this thing here in the middle, just to show where the middle of the structure was. But the whole thing is gone except for where the torches are. Got all the loot. There's nothing really super awesome in the loot. I could have done or gotten the same stuff from a couple of loot bags in a fraction of the time. But let me go on down a little further. I need to put some more elevators in here. I have them made, I just haven't put them in yet. So here's where all those ore blocks were. Totally cleared out the entire place. All the way back to this wall back here. That's where I stopped. Cleared out a pretty huge area. Here's the random mob drops and all the stone and cobblestone that I got from it. I'm just going to leave those there for now. I'll eventually pick those up and sort them out. But using the ender pouch and chest, let me show you the end result of the mining trip there. Let's go up to the top floor. I didn't put a elevator on this bottom floor just because that would have been an extra step. So here's all the ores. Got like a row and a third or so of coal, almost a whole row of redstone, a little bit of lapis, stack and a half of diamonds, gold, silver, blah 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 blah. Normal stuff. Just over a stack of yellowite. Just over a stack of cinnabar. Here's the draconium ore. So in that giant area, there's 20. And if I use a, let's see, I think it's the induction furnace? Induction smelter? If I use the induction smelter with cinnabar, which I've got right there, if I put those in there, I can get 3 to 1, so that's almost a stack of ingots right there. If I use the smeltery or pulverize it or whatever else, I can get 2 to 1, but I'm going to try to get 3 to 1 out of it. I just have to prepare the cinnabar by adding gelid cryothium to it. So 1/5 of a bucket to make it into the actual cinnabar itself. I can also get that by pulverizing redstone, so I will probably get some when I'm working on this redstone here. Otherwise, the cinnabar is just smelted into quicksilver, which I don't know if I'll have a use for immediately, but I'm going to grind down the redstone first before I start digging into the cinnabar ore itself. Otherwise, we got some of these Thaumcraft elemental things, some shiny, some ferrous, and a little bit of aluminum here in the bottom. Also, here we go. So these growth pulsars, I went ahead and made the rest of them that I could. Well, not that I could, but that would fit in the 5x5 for the farm. I had to skip a space for the planter and skip a space for where this transfer... Ooh, hello. And I skipped a space where this transfer pipe joins in. I could run these pipes around the top, but it would look bad, so I'm not really worried about that one spot not being covered with a growth pulsar. All these pipes, I actually moved them down so that I could put these growth pulsars in. You see here, this is where the pipe was, and I moved it down and around. So that didn't take too much time, about 30 minutes or so, getting all the materials together and actually building them. Most of the time making these was getting the smooth stone from the furnace here, cooking up the cobblestone into smooth so I could make these. But definite increase in production. Here's all the stuff. I'll give that a second so you can pause and browse through it. The newest additions to the box are the Enderman essence here. This is what I was using to make endstone. 1 essence and 8 smooth stone make 8 endstone, so that was not too terrible. I can also make ender pearls out of it if I wanted to. Then I could melt those down and put that on top of sandstone to make, let's see, I think each one makes like 1 to 1. So this comes out more efficient for essence use. But anyway, what else? I think that's it for here. That's the ender tank connected to the one down there for the sludge boiler. Okay, so that's pretty much all the new stuff. Oh, here's an update on valuables and ores. I don't know if I did this on camera or off camera, but I upgraded the cache of the flint and coal to hardened because they were almost full. I will probably have to upgrade the lapis one fairly soon. Some of that I'm going to use though, because my sword isn't all the way to looting 3 yet. This one isn't, the other one was. I tested to see if you could duplicate these crop seeds. I tried the looting 3 sword, I tried the fortune 3 pickaxe, and I tried the fortune 3 mattock here. I filled that up finally. So none of those work. The only way to duplicate these crops, at least the Minicio seeds, you can't do it from before. It doesn't work anymore. You have to use the magical crops tools, the hoe, and when you break the Minicio crop itself, it gives you bonus essence, not seeds. So you still only get the 1 seed back, but you can get extra essence per crop. And even with this many planted, it's slower than the mob farm, which is at 99 stacks. Whereas this has gotten about maybe double that because I used some earlier to make these. 8, 16, maybe 30 stacks or so. So that's getting, the mob farm is getting essence 3 times faster than this is. Anyway, so here's the deal with these furnaces I'm making. You know how regular furnace works? Kind of slow, uses coal, etc. Well, we're going to take the furnace and just put a CO essence around it, and that makes this a CO furnace, like so. You can right click on it, open it up. Here's your inventory. It looks like a normal furnace. But the furnace itself, I'm pretty sure it runs on Minicio essence. If I remember correctly, it runs on these, which I've got a ton of. So let's pick that back up. Now each time you upgrade this, it gets faster and more fuel efficient. And I've got plenty of materials. So hang on a second, let me actually bring this up. Okay, so the first one, regular furnace, we all know how that works. The second one, the one I just had here, the ACO furnace, that one right there, it can smelt 10 items per piece of fuel. So regular furnace is 8, ACO is 10. Alright, put that away. Now this one, Crucio, that one is 20 items per fuel, so twice as efficient. Then we go up to Imperio. That one is 40 items per fuel. And then we upgrade to Zavicio. That one is 83 items per fuel, so slightly more than double. And then to upgrade this one, I need 4 blocks of Zavicio essence. So I need 36 Zavicio for that. And yes, I have a plan to get those, and no, it's not combining these. So, now that we have this big, high, powerful furnace, where do we want to put it? I mean, I was just going to leave it right there. I don't really have anything to cook in it. Let's see how fast it gets through a stack of potatoes. Should be pretty quick. So let's put a stack of potatoes in here. It's supposed to do 83 items with 1 piece of fuel. And let's see how long it takes. Now, one Minicio essence in. Okay, maybe it doesn't run on Minicio essence? Huh. I was misinformed. Let's get a piece of coal then. We've got a ton of that. Alright, 1 piece of coal in. And that's pretty quick. And it should do the whole stack and still have power left over. And actually, let me turn the particles back on a little bit. Maybe it's got particles to it. Yeah, it does. Hope that doesn't set anything on fire. Huh. Probably doesn't. These are slabs anyway. Nothing should catch fire. Well, yeah, it's totally done. And it looks like it's got over half of the fuel left. It's supposed to only do 83 though. According to the Sky Factory 2 Reddit information page I'm looking at here, the next upgrade does 1,000 items for one piece of fuel, and it cooks about 10 items per second. So you've got to hook up like some really fast item pipes and stuff to it to actually get the items out of it in a decent amount of time. Wheat flour. Let's go ahead and make some more bread while... maybe not. It's out of power. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's see, how's the time look? We're at 21 minutes. Let's go kill another wither. How about that? I've been doing that fairly regularly. Let's see, I've got 2 soul sand. Give me those 2. And there's gonna be some down here. Here we go. 4. Then we go get some wither skeleton skulls. Probably got some in here. Enderman. Enderman again. Wither skeleton. Yeah. It pulled all 7. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Back to the nether. Oh, so my current food of choice is these potato salads. They give you 3.5 hunger and a full saturation bar. So they're really good for just kind of running around. Or in the case of being nearby a sludge boiler, they help you keep your hunger and saturation topped off. Okay, I'm actually out of gas tiers again. So if that guy wanders over here, turn that up a little bit. If he wanders nearby over here, I'll go ahead and take him out. That's kinda laggy. Let me close my browser there. Okay, now we're good. Ooh, still getting a little bit of lag. Ah, dang it. Alright. Maybe turn this back down. I don't need to see that far to kill the wither in a box. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And there's probably no point in shooting at it with a crossbow because I don't even think it ever hits. Keep an eye on his health bar. No, it didn't even hit him. And he's dead. Okay, let my health go back up. So he drops the exact same thing every time. And now I've got another rare shader grab bag. Okay, so I think the other one I just put over here. I didn't open it yet. Or not, that's totally empty. I guess I did take it with me. Alright, let's head back and open these both. See what kind of shaders that we got. And then we will call it an episode. Let's see, if you're watching this the day it's released, then it is 6/2. Tomorrow on 6/3, I will be doing a live stream on Twitch at about noon Central Time. I posted it in the comments. I've had a couple of requests to do live streams. I don't know if I want to start a new map and live stream a totally separate... Oh, this is where it went. Live stream a separate map and keep them separate, or if I want to live stream this one. If you want to attend the live stream, I'm on... well, I've got my link to the Twitch page underneath the video in the description, as well as my Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter and get updates there, go ahead and do that. I think I took the Nether Star with me. Okay, let's go through. But anyway, yeah, live stream's going to be tomorrow. Got a day off of work. So I'll start up at about noonish Central Time and just stream until I'm tired of it, which will probably be a good, like, 10 hours later. 8 to 10 hours later, maybe? Alright, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, they're right there. Nether Star and Pride Shards. And another Division Sigil. Oh, they all just turned on because it's like midnight. And... Whoops, wrong box. Now we've got 3 of these miniature yellow hearts. Alright, let's open up these shader bags and see what we get. We got Glacius. I'm assuming that one looks like ice. And we got Usurper, which I'm gonna guess looks kinda evil or something. No idea what they look like, and I don't know if you can actually, if you apply them to something, if you can then remove them later, or if they're just consumed whenever they get used. But anyway, whenever I get around to making that table for these, we'll find out. So, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call that an episode. So until next time, you guys take care and have a good day.